Hey, so I wanted to talk about paint products. Our good friend Sherwin and our new friend Florida Paint. So lately, in the last 6, 12 months, maybe even back further 2 years, since the pandemic, we have been evolving as a company. We're having to learn new ways to order paint, to get paint in advance to make sure we had product to produce the amount of jobs that we have sold ahead of time. Typically, we're 6, 8, 10 plus weeks scheduled in advance, and there's been times where Sherwin-Williams is all paint manufacturers increase prices, and Sherwin-Williams seem to be one of the highest. So we use a lot of paint throughout the year, and that cost difference adds up over time. So I've been experimenting with Florida Paints. I toured the paint manufacturer company with a friend of mine who owns the place. He's, head honcho down there. Great guy. His name's Jeff. I've been working with my sales rep, also Mike Miller of Florida Paints up here in the Panhandle since they expanded to have stores in this location. So we have 2 Florida Paint stores in this location now in the Panhandle, one in Santa Rosa Beach, one in Pensacola, and that's where I'm at today. So getting back to my point, Florida Paint I've been experimenting using products. Florida Paint won on this one. I use Florida Paint's Perfecture on ceilings. I like the product. The price point is great. It's a dead flat. It's also a really good hiding product. In comparison, in Sherwin-Williams, I would use Painter's Edge, Property Solutions, Promar 400 or 200 on ceiling sometimes. But I like trying new things, and Florida Paint has been treating me really well. So that's why I've been using them. And on this project, they won with my internal dilemma of what product do I use when I have the ability to choose the best paint for the project and for the project budget. So I went with Perfecture on the ceilings. I went with Florida Paint Sunhide interior latex wall and trim paint in an eggshell finish on the walls in agreeable gray. It's a really good, durable, middle-of-the-road product. I went with Super Paint on the trim because the trim here had a lot of old, pre-existing, sanded down really, really well to bare wood, and then we needed to prime some of that too. So I've been testing out Florida Paint's Legacy Ultra Prime all-purpose primer, and I like that product. It lays down really nice. It's really, really durable. It's versatile for prime. It can be used on almost anything, which Sherwin has some comparables too. But like I said, internal dilemma. I've been trying new stuff. So that one for the primer. Super Paint has been a go-to favorite of mine for like forever. I've been painting my whole life practically, and Super Paint has been around since like the 90s or before maybe. Great product for trim. It's got primer in it, so it's a prime paint. It just helps for adhesion and durability. So I wanted to see how that combo was going to work out. You never know. Sometimes you got to use different primes from different manufacturers, different top coats. It achieves different things, different sheens, different finishes, different durability levels. Color retention is another thing that is key when picking products, to use on your projects. Been ranting a lot here. That was just a little feedback on what I am doing internally in the company and what kind of things we're thinking about, what kind of products we're using, what kind of new products I'm researching, because I do a lot of research. I am paint geek, right? I like to read about different paints. I like to experiment with different paints, use different paints on our projects when we can. And when we're in flip properties and rentals, budget is always a concern, so we want to keep the budget low. We want to go with efficient products that help the budget. So being able to experiment in some properties like this that are going to get painted over and over and over in time because they're a rental gives us a good place to test some new things out.